Welcome back to 4-Wheel Drive Adventure Crew. My name is Voss, and on this trip we're gonna go explore some of our back roads right outside town of Washington to see how far we can get up with all the snow that's been laying here for almost a month now. It's not melting away too much, it's just frozen in a lot of places. It hasn't rained or snowed in over 20 days. We want to see how far we can get towards Bowman Lake if we can get to Bowman Lake. So stay tuned, we'll have some fun. Well, we're driving outside Washington going up Gustone Road. There's a lot of trees that are falling from the snow because we had a big storm at the end of the year that broke a lot of trees, knocked power out for thousands of people up here. So the carnage is bad up here. We got up to 4,300 feet and we're just starting to see some snow in the shade. There's not a lot, but a lot of it melted on the southern side of the road. As soon as we get into the shade side of the trails, it's going to be lots of frozen snow. But so far it's not bad, just a little bit muddy here and there and dusty. Yeah, 4,000 feet right now, snow maybe about between 6 to a foot, 6 inches to a foot, and it's not that bad. It's all wet and not even frozen. It's way too warm today for ice to form. So we'll see how the night is going to be. This is where the real snow is at, in the shade. So far, still driving in 2-wheel drive. On this kind of sunny day, the scenery is awesome. You can see for miles, and everything looks so clear and nice. Woo! That's a big hole. There's a little beautiful waterfall. Man-made dam right down there. Gotta keep our water because we need it. To the end of the tracks, time to create our own tracks. I'm sinking, but I'm going. So we'll just go nice and slow, and we'll get where we need to go. Time to turn on 4 low on my shoes. It looks like it's going to be a long day digging. The snow is nasty.
Voss got stuck. He's probably like, we'll see how far you're gonna make it on your van, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Good thing it's a Ford, you can leave it anywhere.
Whoa. Falling through. That was easy.
To deploy the tracks. They're old, I haven't used them in a couple years, but I guess it's time to try them because the ram was stuck way back there and I don't want to winch myself to the side of the trees. I want to go straight, so I'm going to dig it up, put a couple tracks, see if I can get back out on my own tracks. One to the front. See if that helps. Well, the advertisement is false. They can't get you out in every situation. Sometimes you have to dig more. Put to use my recovery gear. I got a big ditch on one side and a big ditch on the other side, and my other friends are stuck back there, so I'm solo. I'll have to turn around on this spot, because if I go anywhere that way, it's even worse. So let's try to turn around. It's gonna take me about an hour, unfortunately. All right, stand back. Get this going. Well, I got myself out with the winch, a little bit of track boards, and got it turned around. But now I got a Dodge Ram and a Ford Econoline behind me that are stuck in my old tracks. So let's go get them out, and then either find a spot to camp in the snow, or change your plans and we'll go somewhere else. The sad part is there's a lot of snow. You can get to Bowman Lake. There's just way too much snow, and we're only at 5,000 feet, and it gets a little higher before it goes down. So Unless you got tracks, you're not gonna make it. So snowmobiles only at the moment, or vehicles with tracks. Stay tuned. We'll go get the recover. We're gonna go recover the other two and get back on the road. Well, that's where they're stuck, so let's go see how the 4x4 Econoline can get out. But he's only on 33-inch tires, so he doesn't have too much, just an LSD in the rear and regular rims, no bead locks. The Ram is on bead locks and he is down to probably few PSI because his tires are really good. They're bald at the moment, but they're good. With double bead lock you can get out places, but the van, we'll see how he gets out. And then behind us we got a whole bunch of traffic, looks like, so I'm gonna have to tell everybody to turn around and get it going. So the Econoline is stuck and he barely has any recovery points, so the Ram's gonna try to turn around and back up, let him pull. We can pull him forward to our turnaround spot, and then we can drive around to him and turn him around. So it's just nasty snow. It's crusty on top and it's like sugar powder underneath, and as soon as you drive it a little bit on it, it freezes over. So really really tough to drive on because it gets into your tires and not just packing it in, and that's it, you can't go nowhere.
Go forward.
Not so easy after all.
Well, we all got turned around and we're gonna head back and go explore some of the roads that have less snow. Maybe we can find a good spot to camp somewhere, because the day is getting shorter and we still want to find a good spot to camp. Just to get out and camp in the forest just comes you down sometimes when you have to work after all the holidays and everything, the whole bustling stuff. So should be easy to find some camp and enjoy the evening by the fire. Well, from 5,600 we got down to 5,000. Snow's a lot less here. And we're gonna try one of the roads that veer off left or right and find a spot where we can maybe camp or something. Well, we found this little road that branches down. It's going down in the canyon away from the tops because the wind is like 15 miles an hour on the top of the ridges. So we're trying to get away from all that. If we're going to be camping somewhere, we'd rather be away from the wind, so it would be a lot nicer and stuff. So, but we'll see. We're going in this narrow canyon going down. Not sure where it's going to bring me yet, but the map says we can loop it out, so we'll see how far we can get. Well, we've been driving on this tiny little road that kind of loops around back to the main road. It kind of goes that way. We came up from up there, but we found this nice open area and decided to call this our camp for tonight. So I made just drove back and forth to make a somewhat walkable packed snow, and we're getting some firewood ready for fire because it's going to be a really cold night and we don't have much of daylight left. So no more ambitious exploration, time to set up camp because it's going to take a couple hours to do it and then cook dinner. Well, our snow camp spot is set up. We got our little canopy with walls to protect from the wind because the wind kind of comes from that side. We got the fire outside the tent, so that way it's not blowing anything into ours. We have a little tent behind the canopy in a Jeep. We have a guy, Venturous Deem, is sleeping in his Econoline, and Alex, like usual, on his rooftop tent. So, and tomorrow we'll probably go explore that road down that way. But for now, we're just gonna keep prepping everything, start to bundle up, and start cooking some steak. Well, we tried digging snow to see how far the ground is. I dug 3 feet and still no ground, so we decided to put some wet logs at the bottom and then start the fire on top, so that way it doesn't sink 3 feet for us while we're gonna be here, and then it will be easier for us to bury it, and it will be put away safe. But that's a lot of firewood because we're gonna be here till probably 10 a.m. tomorrow because we're gonna stay here, have breakfast, and then keep exploring more stuff. But for now, we got potatoes cooking, hot water, and we're gonna have some steak on the grill. So we use everything propane when we're out camping because it is easier to put away and transport. Even during the fire seasons, it is a lot safer option than charcoals or anything else. So that's pretty much why we got the propane equipment. Well, we got the salad cooked up. We're doing asparagus and onion. Potato is almost ready, and steak is getting done.
And a lot of steak.
And fire's going good. It's not sinking too much. So far, winter camping is cool. It's time to eat.
Oh yeah, we're eating good today.
There's some big chunks of steak.
Is that one mine or that one?
I don't know. Whichever one. Take it.
All right. Jeez. The whole thing?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Everybody got them, so.
Check that out.
Ooh. Now that's off-road
Oh yeah.
dinner by the fire.
Adventure crew.
So we got heater setups. I got a diesel heater right here, and it's just hooked up to one of my batteries out of 2. It's running via one of those house duct vents and to my little tent here, and that whole duct fits right into one of these bins, so it's easy for transport. And the good thing is you're not losing any heat, and you don't have the thing too close to your head buzzing all night. But that's pretty much for the setup for snow camping. We got kitchen supplies, doing some cleanup because the wind's picking up, and we don't want the tables to be flipped over and stuff. So, but that's pretty much our camp setup. So we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
We got a snowman, a snow woman. Oh, our fire moved. That's what's left of it. We got Voss over here making breakfast.
No, making tea.
When's breakfast?
Whenever you get to it.
All right. Here's the little heater setup I had for tonight. Just crack the window open, shove it in there, block the rest off with a towel. I gotta get this thing mounted inside the van, but Amazon special. Hey, Alex is up too. How's your night?
Too hot.
Yeah, it got way too hot in here too. And another one.
These things are stupid hot.
Yeah.
When they work properly.
Right. So, tiny little tent.
Too big of a heater.
Too big of a heater. Van, too big of a heater. And another tent with too big of a heater.
Well, it's morning of the next day and we're doing some breakfast. And right after breakfast, we gotta start pack everything up and start heading out. Our fire cauldron was this big yesterday, so we started another one down that way. So it's a little bit easier to sit by the fire. And we got Olaf over here. He's been greeting us in this frozen winter wonderland. So today we're gonna go explore some other roads, try to get back down to Washington and head home, because camping in the snow is pretty cool. It's just not much going on around, so it's kind of boring, but it's nice to get out and relax. Well, we'll start packing up and head out. Well, we're all packed up, cleaned up the camp spot. Only natural things left like firewood, and that's about it. We're gonna go keep exploring a way out of here, because we came in yesterday kind of down a steep mountain. I would prefer not to go up it today, but we'll see. There's a trail that's going down, supposed to connect with another road. I guess we'll find out. Stay tuned. well, 10 feet, I couldn't make it back onto the loop and get stuck in the powder of a sugar powder snow. This stuff is really, really crazy. Like right now, Alex is trying to dig through it, but here's the funny part about the snow is you take it and it's just, it's like sugar. When you get it wet, then you can dig. On that, you can't. So I guess
having no problems. Look.
Yeah, Ford has no issues. Let's see how Ford gets through this portion here.
Easy, watch.
Nira what? Nira buba? All right, I'll see you guys at the tire inflating spot. Have fun. Oh man. Well, it looks like not a lot of snow in this area, but Katya just dug a hole. Wanna put your foot in there? So yeah, there's about good 2.5 feet of snow. So, but yeah, we're almost out onto the road. We went up that road yesterday and camped somewhere on that hill, and today we're just coming back down, and Washington is somewhere that way. So as soon as we get back on the main road, we'll loop back, inflate our tires, and go home. So the best way to do it is just hook it up like this and give it some gas, but we're not gonna put a bumper in the back of my Jeep, so we'll hook it up to a shackle. So for the end of the day, we decided to play a little bit of a recovery game. So we're pretty much out to Washington and found a bit of a deep snow. A little bit fooling around. Now we gotta play full recovery mode. But at least you guys can see that this snow is not that easy to drive. So it's really crappy snow. Really frozen, so we'll see if he can get it himself out. There it is, there it is. Now it's getting on top of the snow. Well, a little bit of a recovery, and we're all back on the road to get back down, inflate our tires, and go home. Overall, snow camping is pretty fun. It would have been more fun if we were able to get to Bowman Lake, but it's middle of the winter, and with our snowpack that we have, it's gonna be pretty much impossible unless you got a vehicle with tracks. So, but overall, you can still go out and camp out in the forest. It's really cool. Well, we're back to little town of Washington. Everybody's safe, everybody made it. It was a fun drive, fun camping weekend for us. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and we have a page that we get together with local people to go out for a day or something like that. So if you want to join that, join our Facebook group. See you out there.